So, oh my God, the sump pump is so loud. So, for the last couple of weeks, I've had kind of a funky attitude. Just couldn't really pinpoint exactly where it was coming from. And so I've been doing a lot of introspection and trying to kind of figure out where my head is at. I also have been kind of physically unwell the last couple of days, so I've had a lot of time to think. So thinking a lot about day-to-day anxiety that anybody can experience. I know that there's a lot of people out there that have extreme anxiety that they're struggling with, but I'm just talking about anxiety that we all encounter when it comes to day-to-day decision making or pressure that we put on ourselves for different things. And it got me really thinking about the difference as we get older and wiser as it goes, and the way that we calculate and measure out risk when we're doing something, whether it be something new or we're making a decision. Because when we're young, we don't really even consider risk because we don't think we have anything to lose, right? But as we're older, we're thinking about financial risk, emotional risk, whatever that looks like. It can look like a lot of different things. And this could be personal decision, professional, whatever the case may be. And then I was thinking about how motivation feeds into that because, I have a motivational, I guess for me, at work and also in my marriage, a fear of failure is a motivator for me. Like, I don't want to fail. I want to do well, and I want to perform well in my work, and I want to be a good partner and communicator in my marriage. So that fear of failure is a big motivation for me to continue to do well and put pressure on myself to do well. But when it comes to new things, so I've been thinking about for the last couple of years different things that I'd like to try, like voiceover work or a blog or even a podcast, right? And so I have accumulated and purchased over the last couple of years equipment to do those things, but I haven't started any of them. And I know that there's a huge fear somewhere in me, and I don't know why I haven't even taken the first step, because I know that the first step is the hardest one. And often enough, I'm not afraid to try a lot of new things, but I guess I'm like, okay, what's the risk? I've already purchased the equipment, that money's spent, so there's no real financial risk. It's not that. So what is the holdup? So I guess it just got me thinking about what other people think when you're looking at, is there an audience for what message am I going to put out there? And I guess my ultimate goal is to add value to people's lives. And I want that in my home life. I want that in my personal life. If I'm leaving a legacy, that's really what I want it to be. I don't have children, so I'm not leaving behind my own flesh and blood. And I try to be a really good role model for my niece and nephew. But when it comes down to it, the rest of my legacy is going to just be what impact I had on other people. So I want to add value. So maybe that's the low level underlying fear, is that whatever I put out there won't add value, so no one's going to listen to it or pay attention. I don't know. So just kind of wondering what other people think. Okay. Those are JoJo's bedtime thoughts, I guess.